My name is Richard Pomeroy, and I'm going to make a large jug from porcelain. This one I made several months ago, and it's hand built from porcelain clay. Makes a beautiful noise. Here, this lump of clay will turn into that. It takes a few weeks, and I'm going to do, I think, about 20 or 30 little 1 minute long videos that will take you through the whole process, from a lump of clay to a fully fired, beautiful, hand-built porcelain jug. It's really stretchy at this point, really like a piece of rubber, really, a sheet of rubber, beautiful stuff. And roll it out, and I use a template. Eventually I'll cut out the right piece with that template. Takes a bit of rolling though. I use surgical scalpels, the longest handles and blades possible. To cut the clay into shape. Got Sophia Eloise in Froome to make this rolling pin out of oak. It's really nice. Does the job with these big slabs that I want to make. Again, the template will provide me with the base size. I started using these quite early on. I used to make them on cardboard. Now Dan in Catherine Hill and Froome, he cuts them out of Perspex for me. All the clay gets recycled, either reused straight away or put into a system where we dry, no, we don't dry it. Yes, we dry it out a bit and put it through a pug mill and use it again. So now I'm just making a key for attaching the slab to the base. And into the key, some slip. And slip is basically porcelain with some water and something else. Can't remember the name of it right now. I'll get it for the next video. This is a bit soft, this slab, because I'm doing it on video. So it's trickier than it would ordinarily be. I should have left it to dry for just maybe 20 minutes, and I didn't. But where there's a will, there's a way. And I'm used to working with wet slab. And porcelain is truly amazing stuff. I'm just going to go and get this is what I put with the slip, sodium silicate, just a teaspoon in 2 litres. Now the task of getting the slab to attach itself properly to the base. So I'm using a sponge on a stick. It's dry, and just attach it to a stick with a screw and stuff, and it makes the perfect tool to sort out the slab. The seam itself is probably the trickiest bit of all. So I use a dry rolling pin to sort out the seam, get the 2 bits of the slab to be together. I use a very sharp scalpel, make sure its blade is absolutely clean. Then I cut at a slight diagonal so that there's a larger surface area between the 2 bits of slab. Perhaps you want to come around here and see just can you see the blade? So you take off what's not needed on the outside and then on the inside. Just picking out the last bits. Little slip on both ends, on both sides. Not too much slip. Now, press them together. And make sure that there's an overlap. So fix the top so that it doesn't come apart whilst you're working on the rest. And then bottom. Clean your tools with dry clay. Get everywhere, little hard pieces that will interfere with the drying process of the top. So what I'm doing now is pushing the overlap across onto the slab. Very carefully. I use this side of this tool. It's a careful business. And if it goes wrong, it only really shows itself in the glaze firing. Now the outside, might have to come around here and see. Right round. Let's see. So I use a kidney for this side. Have to make sure this overlap is working properly. going to get the seam between the base and the slab sorted down in here. I use the broad end of the spatula and just work that into the right angle that's at the bottom here, and end up with a nice smooth interior base. Finish it with a sponge. Dry at first, and then you see that the dry one isn't really. Yeah, dry one's working really well. Got soft clay. There. Inside it's really nice and smooth. So now I have to decide where the spout's going to go and then do it. So all these things have a lean. They always do. Or you can possibly exaggerate a lean or small lean. I like the spout to be where the top naturally wants to lean. And I think so the spout needs another piece of clay. This pot is going to be thicker at the top than it is at the base. So the spout also has to have a thinner top and a slightly thicker base. I just cut out a little triangle. Slit. Push it in. Now using this again, and Anthony, you'll have to come round again because so it's a bit of a process, but I have to get this piece of porcelain to be part of this jug. So this extra insert means that I can fashion a spout. It just gives me that extra amount of clay. So I like a spout to have a little curl at the top. Just small, but just like a small wave in the sea. It's just got to curl over like that. That way the water's encouraged to come out. Then I will later sharpen this area to a very thin blade. And so the water is literally cut when you tip the jug back. So now I need to get above this to check that the spout is okay for on top. You can get over obsessed with getting it right, but in fact everyone is always going to be a bit different. So I reckon that's fine, and now what I'm going to do is leave it to dry, and then I'll be able to put a handle on and make it something like perfect.